It's on America's tortured brow that Mickey Mouse has grown up a cow. As continually discussed with Big T Man Tony, politics has become more feral in both the UK and around the world. What strikes me most is the absence of thought, common sense, and compassion. As we race to the bottom in a competition to become the angriest, noisiest ape on the planet. Social media and its addictive algorithms undoubtedly contribute to the angry rhetoric. But you tend to reap what you sow. If you spend your time peering down rabbit holes, don't be surprised when you find rabbits. I generally look at things I enjoy, so that tends to fill my feeds instead. It seems to me that rather than ripping up the European Convention on Human Rights, we should maybe sit down, compromise, and adapt it for the modern world. It was written in the 1950s, when black and white televisions were cutting-edge technology. The world has changed dramatically since then. Good ideas should evolve, not become untouchable relics. As the world spins relentlessly onward, questions of wealth and fairness continue to polarize opinion. Go back far enough, and we all came from a small river basin in Africa. It would be rather difficult to deport 8 billion people there. In the UK alone, we're a blend of Celt, Saxon, Roman, Viking, and Norman. To say the least, a bit of a mix. Let's be honest. Humans have never been the friendliest animals in the zoo. Shout out to the capybara. They really know how to chill and seem remarkably reluctant to screw each other over for a percentage. Meanwhile, birth rates are declining across much of the developed world. Until the robots finally arrive and prove they can actually do all the jobs we keep promising they will, we may eventually find ourselves short of people rather than overwhelmed by them. I'm not entirely sure we've learnt much from our Luca cousins, but I suppose we did eventually invent Nvidia. The reoccurring theme in modern politics seems to be that people from over there are coming over here, taking our stuff and making us poorer. So here's a thought. Instead of allowing desperate people to hand thousands of pounds to criminal gangs, climb into overcrowded boats and risk their lives crossing dangerous waters, why not allow anyone wishing to claim asylum in the UK to walk into a British embassy and make their application there? If successful, the UK government could arrange safe transport to Britain, conduct security checks before arrival, and allow successful applicants to begin contributing to society as quickly as possible. It's not a perfect idea. British embassies are not designed to process thousands of applications. There would be significant legal, diplomatic, and logistical challenges. But perhaps the answer is not to defend the status quo or simply shout louder than everybody else. Perhaps the answer is to think differently. Common sense is not really very common. It's usually hidden somewhere between the people shouting loudly at each other. As fable became a fable outside of the United States, the SpaceX IPO launched, and the immediate results were stellar. Investments can, of course, go up as well as down, as they do. But it's worth remembering that only 122 years ago, humanity was marvelling at the Wright Flyer. Progress often feels slow while you're living it, but obvious once it's happened. Globalization seems to be becoming increasingly introspective. We talk about strategic independence, national resilience, and bringing manufacturing home. Yet we still wander into the shops looking for the cheapest thing with a Made in China sticker on the bottom. We need to appreciate that everyone and everything has flaws. The flaws just cannot become the entire narrative. Balance matters in a world spinning through space at 1.3 million miles per hour. And everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Anyway, Apple's Worldwide Developer Conference brought Siri AI and further refinements to liquid glass. Siri may be 2 years late, but progress is still progress, and I'm really hopeful. Jamf Nation Live London was also excellent. It was great to catch up with old and new colleagues, share ideas and see the latest presentations. In a world increasingly mediated through screens and algorithms, there is still an enormous value in people coming together to learn from one another. Technology has always accelerated civilization. Writing preserved knowledge, printing spread it, computers multiplied it. The internet connected it. Artificial intelligence may become the next layer, helping humanity find patterns of meaning within the ever-growing mountain of information we have created. Whether that makes us wiser remains to be seen. We recently visited Tara's family and then our great-nephew Bowen for his second birthday party, where we also met his sister Mila for the first time. Both were adorable, and it was wonderful spending time with family. As I approach 31.5 million minutes of random awareness, we also had a fantastic evening at Southampton Guildhall watching OMD. It was hit after hit, hugely entertaining, and one of those reminders that some things endure far longer than you expect. Songs written decades ago can still fill the air with energy, memories, and joy. Perhaps that is true of life more generally. Technology changes, politics change, economies change, and the world never stops spinning. Yet family, friendship, music, and shared experiences somehow remain remarkably consistent. Life has ways of leaving those days behind.